Hi, I'm Sagrika from BriBooks. Could you please introduce yourself?
Yes, myself Anamika, and I study in DPS Dubai. I am in seventh grade, and a big thank you to BriBooks for letting me publish my book.
Ramika, could you please introduce us to the book and tell us, something about the plot, something exciting?
Yes, my book is called She Leads the Way. It's a story about a 16-year-old, Noora. She faces several consequences and struggles to equalize the differences between a woman and men. And women in her society face many struggles and they get discriminated very often. So she finds ways to make them equal.
The topic that you've chosen to write this book on is actually very mature, you know. So, where did this idea come from? What was the inspiration behind this?
I had seen a story about Ruby Bridges. She fought for racial discrimination, and I thought, why not write a book about it? And I wrote what came to my mind. I didn't really think a lot about it, but whatever came to my mind, I had wrote it in that book.
So, coming to the story, the characters, there are many different characters, So, how did you come up with the different personalities and what all did you incorporate in it?
Well, the main character, Noora, I felt like she should be more, more of a personality which helps other people and supports other women for other societies and stuff. And when we come to this, okay, so Noora is actually determined and compassionate, and as well as courageous and committed, as she was really committed to help Nafa get more education. And as we come to the second character, Nafa, she was eager for education, and that's why she fought her father, and that's why she got more education from Noora. And let's talk about Sahil. He was helpful, and he helped Noora learn more, and he gave more advice to Noora so that she could teach other girls. And yeah, were the main characters if we talk about the book.
Actually, I have read your book. So, there is also this short part where there is Sahil's mother, who doesn't like that girls get to study. But Sahil still,
Yeah.
continues to do that. So that's a very tiny but a very impactful detail to mention because, there's also a generation and a thoughts being changed as per the generations come along. So that is, I wanted to point out that is really good. Small but a very still a big impact on the readers when they're reading it. That Sahil is still helping her, but the mother is still there. Providing the next opposing point of view of the society.
If I was to talk about the opposing characters, they are Nafa's father, Sahil's mother, and the villagers who didn't support girls' education. And Sahil's mother was really strict about Sahil teaching Noora, and she did not like that, as she was also taught like that. So
So coming to your writing journey, when did you realize that you want to become an author?
I was in my normal life, and actually, I got an email from BBooks saying that there is this writing opportunity, and I was really excited. So I took up this journey, and I thought of what do I write, and that was like one of my greatest challenges that I faced.
So was writing, something you always wanted to do?
Yes.
Okay. You said that it was one of the biggest challenges. Why?
Because I couldn't come up with an idea really, and I had to brush up some ideas, and I had researched and checked up on the literature chapters that I had learned before too.
Okay, lots of work, went down there to make such a
Yeah.
good book. Okay, so about the writing process, what is your writing process in general? How do you go about it?
I started writing about Nora, and then I continued on, and I had many challenges during that time. I had many things to study, and I asked my mother for many advice to write the book, and she also helped me during this journey. And I had also researched. I couldn't write it on my own, so I had some ideas researched, and yeah, that was a really long journey for me to write this book.
So, about the plot, did you, first write down the parts that you thought, you want to incorporate in it, or you went with the flow? How was it?
I went with the flow. I didn't really get many ideas to write it down. So whenever something came to my mind, I opened up the laptop and I started typing it on.
Okay, so it was like that. Okay. Yeah. Did you ever face, the writer's block? Like, you don't get the ideas at, at the exact point of time when you're thinking about it, or you're, sometimes just in a web of procrastination sometimes. Did you ever feel that way?
Yes.
How did you overcome that?
I asked my mother for more advice, and that's how I overcome that.
What was your parents or, your school's reaction when you when you wrote such an amazing book, got it published, and then got the recognition and award for it?
So my librarian was the one who was really excited about me. She came with me to the Sharjah Reading Festival to so that she could support me while I was getting out the award. And she was a great support to me because she kept on encouraging me, and then she told me to write one more book. She was asking me what is the new book about, and she was really inspiring to me actually. And the second inspiring character who told me to write this book was my parents, actually. They supported me throughout this writing journey, and I was really shocked when I heard that I got the prize. I got rank one. I didn't really expect it.
And what was the reaction to the achievements? Did they read the book?
Yes,
What was the reaction? Must be
they
very
were really,
proud.
yes. They were shocked, excited, and proud at the same moment.
How did you feel?
I was, uh, I was filled with a mix of emotions.
Can you tell me something about your experience at Sharjah?
Yes, I had a really great time at Sharjah Children's Reading Festival. There were many book which were influential for children, and I had bought some books, and it was a great experience to be honest.
You said got the books. Do you like reading?
Excuse me?
Do you like reading the books? I mean, you're a
Yes.
great writer yourself, but do you like reading
Yes.
books?
My top
Okay.
two hobbies are writing and reading a book.
And what genres do you usually like?
I'm a fan of Sudha Murthy books.
Me
I
too. Me
love her.
too.
Yes, I love her books so much
Um,
because the way she narrates her life is a great way.
right.
And
About genres, if we talk, what other genre would you want to, explore if you had to write another book?
I would explore fiction
Anything
because
specific in
many
fiction?
people, not really, but I haven't thought about it. But I've seen many people step into fiction these days, so I also wanted to give it a try.
So, Anamika, what would you say are the hardest part of writing a book and the most enjoyable part of writing a book?
Never give up, even though you're in the middle of the road.
No, I'm just asking if you can, pinpoint certain aspects of book writing that you felt were harder in general and the ones that you really enjoyed. Like supposedly, how did you come up with the book title?
The book title, I thought about it because Nora, I wanted to make the title a bit attractive. So I thought about Nora and I related it with the story, so I made it She Leads the Way.
There are many people, especially young authors out there who want to write a book, but they, face obviously lots of challenges and there is procrastination. There's not enough time. So, what would you give advice? What kind of advice would you give to them, so that they start writing the books? What advice would you give to encourage them?
Actually, the advice I would give is support from other people, to be honest. Without support from other people, you wouldn't really be able to tell yourself that you can write a book. I mean, I was stuck in the middle of the book thinking, what should I write next or should I give up? And my family and friends were the ones who told me to continue writing the book as you will become a great author.
I'm glad you did because look, now it is just the beginning and you've already achieved so much.
Yes, that was my first book actually.
And you did so well. Just
Yes,
imagine what all you can do, when you're exploring this journey even further.
yes.
Okay, my last question to you would be, what would you want your readers to take from this book? What message would you want the readers to take from this book?
I just want to say that women and men are equal no matter what. Because even though women and men might look physically different, they are equal in skill and they have equal knowledge and they can achieve anything if they set their mind up to it.
Yes, wonderful. Let me ask one more question. If you had the power to change or do anything for this concern of inequalities of gender, what would you do?
I would create a campaign which would reach out to the whole world, and I would invite women all over the globe for this campaign. And I would create, I don't really know, but I think I will create awareness among everyone, saying that women and women stand a chance among women, among men.
You know, as I've said before, this is something very mature. This is a very mature topic as per your age, but it's very amazing that you've already understood the differences and you're already trying to make a change in it. So it was great talking to you, Anamika. Thank you so
Thank,
much for your time.
thank you so much.